You're watching the May edition of the East Baton Rouge Parish Library Roadshow. Everything you need to know about your local library system. Now I'd like to welcome my guest, Jill Garner. We've asked Jill to share her time and talent with us at the library this May. Hi, Jill.
Good morning, Mary.
You know, you've written on a subject which is especially important in this day and age. Tell us about your book.
Raising Respectful Children in a Disrespectful World. The premise behind the book really is to bring a return of respect and civility back to our society, which is one of the missions of Manners of the Heart. And this book is particularly speaking to parents about how to do that. We really kind of come up against conventional thinking of the day that we need self-esteem. We say, no, we don't. We don't need it, and our children don't need it either. That's actually what's gotten us into so much trouble today. Rather than building self-esteem, we really teach how to build self-respect, which comes first through a respect for others.
Okay.
So we use the metaphor, the mirror or the window, which is what's kind of catching on fire around the country. And by that I mean that today we raise children in the mirror of self-esteem. When they're born, we put a mirror in their hands. And when they look in the mirror, I mean, we only see one thing in the mirror, right? We only see ourselves.
It's a little bigger and out of proportion, isn't it?
Very much so. And we can't see past ourselves, we can't see beyond the mirror. And so we can't see others looking at us, and neither can we see others.
So we don't see where we fit in the context of our whole world.
Exactly.
Well, how did you get started on this topic? What prompted you?
Well, it's really part of Manners of the Heart, our nonprofit organization that I founded 12 years ago. And as schools began using our curriculum around the country, we started getting phone calls saying, can you help our parents? We're getting it, it's working in our schools, but our parents need to hear the message. So I put together this speaking topic, Raising Respectful Children in a Disrespectful World, and it kind of caught fire and became very popular. And so then one thing led to another, and found out I needed to be a writer as well as a speaker. So we put it together, and Simon & Schuster picked it up, and the rest is history.
That's right. So if I ask you, what have you been doing since you first published your book, it's really since you first started your foundation. The two go hand in hand, don't they?
Oh, that most definitely. It's all one and the same. All the royalties, speaking fees, everything I do goes directly to Manners of the Heart to help support our mission and to further the message into the schools. Our big vision is really that every child in America will one day experience Manners of the Heart as the foundation of their education from K all the way through 12.
Okay, so this is a curriculum.
Yes, it is. It's a full school curriculum, 5 days a week. Currently we have K to 3 in elementary schools. We're developing 4th and 5th, which will be finished the end of next year. We already have high school. So then 2.5 years from where we stand today, we'll fill in the middle gap. So we really will have a curriculum from K to 12.
And you're all over the country.
Yes, yes. We've been in about 800 schools around the country in the last several years, and we're kind of in a major growth spurt right now.
Well, we're happy to be part of that growth because as part of our Building Common Ground series that we're doing at the library, this focuses on building community, civility, and compassion. We've booked you for several programs in May. So what will you be sharing during these programs?
The first program on May 15th is on this topic, and it's really geared toward parents, grandparents, which is the fastest growing parenting group in our country, as well as guardians. And it's for anyone really working with children to try to break that idea that we've had for so long that kids need self-esteem. So it's really about self-respect.
So everyone should attend, parents, grandparents, caretakers, but not the kids themselves.
Not the kids themselves. This is strictly for adults.
Okay, and then you're doing another one from a business angle.
Yes.
So that's real intriguing to us because workforce or workplace violence begins with incivility. What's the #1 takeaway we wish we would leave?
For both speaking topics, really the #1 takeaway is that we really must be the person that we want our children to become, which is tough. And also in the workplace, we have to be the person that we want to do business with. That's the way to start it and get it going.
So that's kind of a golden rule kind of thing, isn't it? Well, thank you, Jill. And if you want to find out more, visit Jill's website or visit the library's Building Common Ground info guide, and it's got a complete list of events and resources.
Wonderful.
So coming up after the break, Farmer Miner and Daisy, the reading pig.